Yes.
So as you can see, we're starting out with altered reality, and we have one honorable mention, and that is Sport by Joe Shuffman. Then we go on to the awards. Third place is Dazzling Macaw by Marianne Derricks. Second place is Swinging in the Garden by Diane Cisco. And first place is Mining Bread by Diane Cisco. By the way, I'll mention that Cynthia Fleury is the person who judged for us, our year end for us.
Okay.
So next is the black and white category, and we have a few honorable mentions. Following a Female by M.J. Springett. Puppy and Tie-Heeled Tribe Family by Steve. Wild Horse by Mike Schrun. Winter Storage by Marianne Derricks. And Winter Wonderland by Chap Aiken. Then we have the awards. Third place is Steve Plocker for Willow River Falls in January. Second place is King Vulture by Terry Butler. First place is Hooded Merganser by Marianne Derricks. Now we go on to the honorable mentions in nature. And there's a few of those because I think that was a category that had probably the most entries. Okay, so this one is A Face Only a Mother Could Love by Terry Butler. Bay-Headed Tanager by Marianne Derricks. Black Swallowtail by Joe Shuffman. Cheetah on the Prowl by Terry Butler. Colored Eric Harry by Terry Butler. Eagle Takeoff by Betty Bryan. Goose versus Jackal by Diane Cisco. Great Blue Heron by David Heemsbergen. Hanging On by Terry Butler. Icelandic Goose by Carl Wegner. Icelandic Tern by Carl Wegner. Okay, this is where we have a little problem. Okay,
What's the problem?
well, it's not following my script. Could you, this one is by Marianne Derricks.
Okay.
Okay, and here is Northern Hawk Owl by Marion Sear. Rue Anemone by Ginny Gaynor. Sandhill Cranes by Michael Waterman. And White-Necked Jacobins by Marion Sear. Third place is This Bat by Terry Butler. Elk Bugling by Michael Waterman. And White Booted Racket Tail by Marion Sear. We go on to the phone category. Honorable mentions. Clouds on Lake by Diane Cisco. Minnehaha Creek by Chap Aiken. Rainbow on the Prairie by Fred Sabatka. And the awards. Third place is Como Water Lilies by Mary Johnson. Okay, here I'm. Rainy Day in the Bighorns by Jackie Wilson. Sioux Falls Sunset by Marianne Derricks took first place. Here we have a bunch of honorable mentions in the pictorial category. Blue Angels by Michael Waterman. Busy Wren Parents by Marianne Derricks. Chock full of Nuts by Steve. Dahlia by Joe Shuffman. Duluth Harbor by Michael Waterman. Glacier Calving by Fred Sabatka. Masai by Diane Cisco. Monarchs at Blazing Star by Marianne Derricks. Mustang Portrait by Betty Bryan. Pods by Mike Schrun. Blue Ridge Parkway by Chap Aiken. Three Lights by Mike Schrun. Wild Calla Lily by MJ Springett. And River Tree by Mike Schrun. Now for the awards. Mike Schrun got third place for Autumn River. Ginny Gaynor took this picture for second place of Hepatica. First place is Betty Bryan, Pheasant Landing. And I look at this picture and I think maybe it's the same pheasant with three different exposures combined. Okay, then we can move on to the topic category, honorable mentions. Conflict in the Woods, Terry Butler. Cranes at Sunset, MJ Springett. Flowers by Candlelight, Kimberly Vetterkind. Okay. This one is Cranes and Crescent Moon by Marion Sear. Here's Freddie by Steve Plocker. I think we've seen this little dog before.
You have, yeah.
I'm Tired of This Talk, Diane Cisco. Little Ones in My Drawer, Terry Butler. Lone Tree, J. Olson Goody. Partners for Life, Marianne Derricks. The Citadel, Halifax, Nova Scotia, J. Olson Goody. Tokyo International Forum, Marianne Sear. Trumpeters by David Heemsbergen. Wausau Umbrellas by Jennifer Rosmierek. Window Dressing by Chap Aiken. And then we go on to the awards. Oh, we have to skip that one. June 2024 Eclipse, Joe Schuffman. Acacia at Sunset, Diane Cisco. Now we're in travel category. Badlands Night Sky by Mike Schrun. Balloons Over the Serengeti by Diane Cisco. Folk Dancers, Scandia, Dennis Kroll. Mexican Street Fair, Marion Sear. North Fork Virgin River, Zion National Park, Joe Schuffman. Temple of Athena, Nike, Athens, Marianne Derricks. And Thorswell, Oregon by Terry Butler. In travel, third place is Northern Thailand Weaver by Steve. Second place is Norwegian Town by Diane Cisco. In first place in travel is Chap Aiken. And yep, that's all, folks. Um, the the galleries are on the website. I'll send out a, a a link to that to all the members, in case they weren't able to be there. And Steve will probably get this recording on our YouTube channel.
Yep, we'll do that.
And one last thing I should mention, we had a board meeting and we decided not to have a category for phone anymore. I did receive some entries that I moved over to pictorial. And the rules will be reflected pretty soon on these changes on the website. And I'll send a link for that too. So,
Okay.
everybody, I hope you have a good evening.
Okay. Any thoughts from anybody before we close?
There are sure a lot of really great photos in this group. I'm going to be able to use some of those for when I come put together an entry for the interclub competition where I take 20 images from our members.
Mhm.
Yeah, Mary Johnson says we have so many amazing photographers in our club. Mary, you're one of them.
Yeah, I'm always inspired when I see the images in the salons and particularly in the year end here. So thanks, everybody.
Good night, all.
Thanks, Steve and Terry.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank